Hello everybody, Variax here with a Let's Read of The Witcher 3. We find ourselves in the home of the Red Baron. He has left the room, expecting us, somewhat foolishly, to follow him and embark on the quest to find his wife and daughter. But we're not going to do that. We're going to sit in his study here, in front of this here fire, and read a couple of books. So let's just do that, shall we? We're in the glossary? Yes, okay. We'll do the bestiary first, then. So, quite a bit to read this time. Let's just dig in with bears. You know that ditty about the bear climbing the mountain to see what he could see? Biggest load of rubbish you've ever heard. When a bear climbs a mountain, it's not to see, it's to hunt, to kill. Bears are omnivores, meaning men find a place in their diet besides berries, roots, and salmon. When they snack on humans, they most frequently partake of the meat of travelers unwittingly trespassing on their territory, or else that of hunters for whom besting such a creature is a lifelong ambition. There are several subspecies of bears, black bears, polar bears, and cave bears, which differ from one another in colouring as well as in size and strength. All share one trait in common, however: a near unmatched ability to kill. That's good to know that we can use, beast oil. That makes sense. Dogs! They say a dog's a man's best friend, but these foul times, one best be wary, even of his friends. Some claim dogs are reflections of their masters. A well-treated pet repays his owner with loyalty and trust, whereas an ill-treated one repays his treatment in kind as well, meaning yells with barks and kicks with bites. Since there is an abundance of bad men, so too there is an abundance of bad dogs. Most dangerous of all are the vagrant mutts who have lost all respect for men and developed a taste for blood and carrion. And I think we've done wolves before. Yeah, we did. Alright, so what sort of hybrids have we got? A griffin. Yes. Although I think I've read this before. Necrophages. We got a wraith. Oh no, it's a spectre. Clerics and scholars are forever debating whether spirits do in fact journey to another world after death, or where eternal joy and suffering awaits. One where both groups agree. Right, and then I'll start again. Okay, so clerics and scholars are forever debating whether spirits do in fact journey to another world after death, one where eternal joy or suffering awaits. Okay. Both groups agree, however, on what happens to spirits who, for one reason or another, remain in our world after their body breathes its last. They transform into wraiths. To hear their mournful howls, one can surmise is not a fate to be envied. A couple things here as well. We got moon dust bomb, and of course spectre oil. Macrophages, drowners. We've seen that. I don't know why it had the star on it, but a rot fiend, that's new. Of course it reeks. I think they're called rot fiends because they smell like roses. That's Vesemir saying that. Rot fiends resemble decomposing human bodies that have been stripped of their skin. Their presence is given away by the overwhelming stench of the rot, which gives them their name. Devourer is a particularly dangerous kind of rot fiend marked by an insatiable appetite for human flesh. Interesting how it says use necrophage oil on it, but it's interesting how it doesn't say that they kind of blow up after they get to low health. So that's all of them done. Good stuff. Alright. We'll go into characters now. So this is Anna Strenger. Geralt did not meet Anna Strenger, the Bloody Baron's wife, when he visited Crow's Perch. Sometime before his arrival, this woman had disappeared in unexplained circumstances along with her daughter Tamara. Geralt did, however, receive a detailed description of the missing one, and Anna was a comely 40-something woman with green eyes and hair dark as raven wings, which she kept tied tight in a bun behind her head. We also have Tamara here. The Baron's daughter, Tamara, had disappeared with her mother some time before Geralt arrived at Crow's Perch. The Baron described her as a charming young maid of 19 summers and the apple of his eye. No wonder then that the Lord of Crow's Perch was desperate to find her. Alright, Cirilla. Let's see. Because these update, but they don't update. Like, the new bits don't appear here, they appear all over the place. Highly skilled Witcher, Geralt's adopted daughter. Alright, let's read this one. So following age-old Witcher tradition, Geralt took Ciri to Kaer Morhen when she came into his care. There, he and Vesemir taught her the ways of the professional monster slayer. It was then that her magic talents were first revealed, and they discovered she was a source. Ciri's gift proved a curse as well. Because of it, she would one day have to hide from the entire world, even Geralt. Ciri's biography contained one more great secret. Her natural father was none other than the Emperor of Nilfgaard, Emir van Emrys. His words confirmed the fears swelling in Geralt's mind. Ciri had returned and was in mortal danger, for the unrelenting Wild Hunt was on her trail. Yennefer made it clear why the Wild Hunt wanted Ciri. Eredin wanted the power talent of her elder blood. She also let Geralt know that Ciri had been seen in war-ravaged Velen, as well as in Novigrad, the largest city in the world. Reports that Ciri had spent time at Crow's Perch proved true. She was there as a guest of the local warlord. Philip Strenger, also known as the Bloody Baron, despite his violent uncair, this man treated Ciri with kindness and respect. See if we can find him. Where is he? Philip. Where are you, Philip? Oh, the Bloody Baron. Okay. During his first encounter with Baron Philip Strenger, Geralt found the man's many contradictions puzzling. His former Temerian soldier was clearly an opportunist who, after his army's resounding defeat, served, dealt and negotiated with the occupying empire of Nilfgaard. The local peasantry anointed him the Bloody Baron, clear indication that he did not handle his vassals with kid gloves. On the other hand, he proved surprisingly a gracious host to an unexpected guest who was also a stranger and a hired monster slayer. His treatment of children and young women, towards whom he demonstrated a wholly sincere, near fatherly concern, likewise contradicted his bandit-like appearance and terrifying monkey. Ciri had learned this for herself, finding care and shelter under his roof. In exchange for information about Cirilla, the Baron asked Geralt to find his wife Anna and their daughter Tamara. Both had disappeared without trace some time ago, and Philip was slowly losing hope of ever seeing them again. Under these circumstances, a Witcher was a gift from the gods. Yeah, it seems like an interesting character, this guy. I guess Geralt got along with him quite well, and, you know, we both wanted something for each other, so we, you know, drank together and shared some vodka. It seemed to fit. It seemed to work as well. Hello, Hendrik. Considering the way Spy Corps of all stripes tend to function, Henrik was undoubtedly not this man's real name. Nevertheless, it was the only appellation the Witcher knew for his Imperial Majesty's nose in the ground of Velen. After asking around, Geralt learned that Hendrik lived in the village of Heatherton. Sadly, Geralt arrived too late. The village had been ravaged, its inhabitants slaughtered, and Hendrik's service to Nilfgaard terminated in the most violent and disturbing manner. Yet the agent showed much determination before he died that Vatir de Redu, chief of the Imperial Spy Corps, surely beamed with pride if he ever heard of it. Despite undergoing horrific tortures, Hendrik preferred to die in agony rather than reveal where he hid his reports. They remained in his hut for Geralt to find, providing him with several pieces of important information. Yeah, so he did hold his tongue, amazingly enough. Emir? Few names in the continent's history arouse as much terror and respect as that of Emir va Emrys. Diathwen Adan Yen Kap Ep Movud. The white flame dancing on the graves of his foes, Emperor of Nilfgaard, Lord of Matena, Ebbing, and Gamera, Sovereign of Nazir, and Vikovra, or something. He was the ruler of half the civilized world and aspiring conqueror of the other half. He was a person lineage whose deeds and decisions shaped the fates of whole kingdoms and populations. What then could he possibly want with a simple witcher? The Emperor clearly and succinctly laid out what he wanted. His daughter and Geralt's ward, Cirilla, was in great danger, while the Wild Hunt was on her trail. Geralt, a superb tracker, linked to Emia's daughter by the iron bonds of destiny, stood a better chance of finding her than anyone else in the world. Morven, commander of the Alba Division, an officer of the highest ranking pure-blooded aristocrat, one who with pride would call himself an Nilfgaardian, designation reserved only for the native-born inhabitants of the Empire's capital and immediate surroundings. At the time of their first meeting, Geralt had no idea what important person had been assigned for the task of asking him a few routine questions. Knowing the Witcher, however, knowledge of Morven's rank and status would not have made much of a difference. And Triss, Marigold. I always considered it a point of particular pride to count Triss Marigold of Maribor among my closest and dearest friends. This exceptionally talented sorceress was a shining star of her profession, the former mage and advisor to King Foltest, and a famous hero, the Battle of Sodden, known as the 14th of the Hill. Yet in no way did she resemble her often unbearably haughty sisters in magic. Her deft mind, warm smile, and considerable personal charm had always won over even the hardest of hearts. Though my personal relations with Triss never ventured beyond the fraternal, Geralt of Rivia at one point found her allure irresistible. From then on, the two shared feelings that ran far deeper than a superficial and fleeting fancy. Yennefer told Geralt that Triss had recently taken up residence in the free city of Novigrad. And that seems to be it for the characters. Okay, books. Books. Actually, there's not that many, is there? A little bit more than that. Anyway. She Who Knows. Folks say there were four at first. The mother, She Who Knows, the Lady of the Wood, came here from a faraway land, and since she suffered terribly from loneliness, she made 3 daughters out of dirt and water. A long time ago, the mother was the sole ruler of all of Velen. Her daughters brought her the people's requests and served as her voice. Each spring, sacrifices of grain, animals, and men were made to the Lady of the Wood on her special night. Yet as years passed, the Lady of the Wood slipped deeper and deeper into madness. Her madness eventually spread over the land. Men took to abandoning their homes and setting out into the bog, where they became food for beasts. Before long, Velen was drowning in blood. The daughters saw their land nearing destruction and took it upon themselves to save it. When spring came once more, and with it the night of sacrifices, they killed their mother and buried her in the bog. Her blood watered the oak atop Ard Kerbin, or Serbin, and from then on the tree grew wholesome and hearty fruit for the people. As for the lady's immortal soul, it refused to leave its beloved land, and so the sisters imprisoned it. To this day it lies trapped beneath the whispering hillock, where it thrashes about in powerless rage. I wonder if that's true, or there might be some... Well, you know, there's always some truth in legend, isn't there? Alright, so Emir var Emrys rules to expand. He has trained his strategic brilliance on a singular vision to conquer the world, though he rightly calls this non-conquest but salvation. Yes, the Emperor of Nilfgaard sets the world alight with the torch of civilization. Trampling the still warm corpses of his father's usurpers, the Emperor seized the throne and began to assimilate the northern realms, one after the other. Terror engulfed the north. Only the Battle of Brenna slowed the Imperial army's march toward victory. A temporary peace then took hold, though none believed this mirage would last. Emir's aim, to make the entire north a vassal of Nilfgaard, remained unchanged. Emir used peace as a cover to intensify his political efforts. Now all can see their results. Chaos and disorder devour the Nordlings' states. Ridden with internal bickering and backstabbing, they near collapse. Only a strong ruler can grapple this dysfunction into function. Only a wise ruler can give vision to their blindness. Only Emir van Emrys can save the north. So our armies have again crossed the Yaruga. for the third and final time. We got a scribbled document. Hit me. No wonder we're losing this war with cowardly. Okay, we've seen this one. So why is it? Why don't they show it as with a star when I've read it? It's annoying. And quest books, I think I've read all these as well. I don't know where the one we found in the last episode went. Well, yeah, okay. That might be it. I think that might be it, because I can do like the yeah. There's only the books and the bestiary and stuff that we need to read, isn't it? So we are all caught up. That didn't take too long at all. I was worried they were mounting up, but no, it was all right. I'm sure I've got everything. There's books and quest books. Now I've got them all. So yeah, that's Yep, very angry, that one. Alright, there's 40 cards in Velen. Wonderful. Brilliant. Okay, wonderful. Right then, so that is it. A quick one, but I think they'll all be pretty quick. Good to know a bit of insight about our characters, and yeah, the legend of this place is fairly interesting. We'll see if that plays out into the actual game. Well, Geralt may well now go and follow the Red Baron and start his quests and stuff. So let's not keep waiting anymore. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Good luck.